All right, so remember, if you're a woman entrepreneur, all right, so remember, if you're a female entrepreneur, you are more likely to be remembered, in my opinion. If you're a female VC or trying to get into the VC world, you are more likely to be remembered. Um, that means that when you follow up, and you will need to follow up, that they will remember who you are more likely when you reach out. So this is good. This will help your follow up as you continue on the path. Okay, let me give you women a VC tip. Now, how you approach angels and VCs is really important. They're very well networked amongst each other, and they talk. And so to openly throw open the doors and say, "Hey, we're looking for funding. Please, everyone look at our company," may not be the best idea. That gives the appearance that it's not a well sought after deal. It's not a hot deal. You want to create a very managed approach to this. So you want to start out in this process by going through who you know, by going through a referral, if at all possible, a referral into an angel network or a VC, and get that warm introduction. You don't want to go into it by, just showing up at their door one day and knocking on their door and saying, "Hey, I've got this great company. What do you think?" VCs will rarely look at that. So, there are events wherein VCs can practice their pitches and things like that, and I think that's not a bad idea if you're not actually saying, "And we're looking for funding," but rather, "We will be looking for funding at some future date, and right now we're looking for a team, or we're in beta, or we're whatever," because then you're not actually you're not actually like openly pursuing, which, if you think about it in terms of like in terms of dating, if a woman puts out there like just an ad where she says, "I'm looking for a man, just any man," how many men is that really going to attract? If in this situation the men are the VCs and the women are the entrepreneurs, just as an analogy. But so you want to go through the introductions, through the established relationships that you already have, and help the right information get to the right VCs that you'd be interested in. And if your deal is a hot deal, then you want to be the hotter it is. And we can get into what makes a hot deal later, but the hotter it is, the more selective you can be in choosing where your money comes from, based on the mentorship that the VC or angel network can provide to you. Okay, up until this point, we haven't discussed accelerators and incubators. But I'll tell you that if you're not in Silicon Valley, if you're not in San Francisco, it's okay. Most places have incubators, startup incubators. A lot of times they're, government assisted programs, and so there might be some in your community. So you've just got to find out what those are. Local universities may have help, access to some of these, and certainly use your own alumni network in this process. Getting in an incubator is a really great thing. Of course, if you don't know what an incubator is or an accelerator is, basically it's shared space where a bunch of entrepreneurs can get together and glean from the energy of the room, and they don't have, it's cheaper space. And a lot of times the accelerators or incubators that house you, they're interested in it because they want they want dibs on the best deals, the best companies, the companies that are most likely um, to 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 explode and be a profitable investment for them later on, exit for them later on. So um, yeah, so that can be an advantage of. Another advantage of incubators is that it helps in finding other team members. Also, water cooler conversations, so to speak, are really really beneficial in incubators when you have a bunch of startups around you and they may be going through very similar challenges as you're going through, and you can discuss those and through synergies figure out answers to your problems together. So I highly recommend, if you're starting a company, to look at what incubators or accelerators you can get into. And some of you may be looking to start a business from home. That's fine. Just a strong word of caution. If you don't have a team member, you are much less likely to be successful in the process. Team members serve as motivation when things get hard, someone to bounce ideas off of, someone who thinks differently than you do about maybe some critical issues, and that's really having different ideas is really important in the process of coming up with the right ideas and making the best decisions. Like diversity is one of the most important things in coming up with best decisions. So if it's an at-home business, if you know yourself and if you know that when the going gets hard, you're gonna stick with it, then and you're gonna go to your at-home office and plug away, then that's a good for you. A lot of people would not have that sort of discipline, and you've got to be real with yourself. So, of course, paying for office space, again, is not something that you might want to jump into, especially when you're just testing an idea and you're bootstrapping your own business, which, by the way, if you don't know what that means using your own money to start the business, and having office space can be a big expense when you're just starting out in a bootstrap business. But that's why you look for an accelerator, for an incubator to do that in. I think that's really important. So, and in some future videos, I'll give you resources of top incubator spaces to get into and accelerators to get into. So I hope you enjoy this video, and subscribe at Startup Town Girl. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, the Startup Town Girl video, and subscribe. See you soon. Okay.